Power. Welcome to a Moment of Harmony on our regularly scheduled time of Saturdays at 10 a.m. If you're tuning in live, if you're watching the playback, which data shows that majority of you do, don't even worry about how live we are. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, 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 and welcome to a moment of peace, a moment of space, and a moment of self with yourself and with yours truly. So I am so excited for us to be here. We are in meiotic moments. We have been going through peace to all. We have been going through the 42 laws of Mayat. So I just want to welcome everyone to this series. One of my most favorite series is to have worked through, and my favorite series, I don't know why I'm always trying to double plural series. One of my most favorite series to have worked through, and we are working through it. Okay, we are definitely moving through, acing through it. So welcome, kudos, and let's get into it. Before we get started on our moment of harmony or getting into the subject matter of the week, I would like to give a big, great, big birthday shout out. Okay, great big birthday shout out. I got some homies who have birthdays today. Shout out to Nick. Happy birthday, Nick. But the great big one, I have a really, really big one that I want to make sure that gets out, whose birthday is tomorrow, is to my Uncle Nate. Shout out, Uncle Nate. My Uncle Nate and my Aunt Linda, they are some massive supporters of me. All of my family actually are massive supporters. I love all of them. My mom is a big supporter of the moment and anything that Harmony does. So thank you to all, but I really want to zone in on Uncle Nate today, okay? My uncle sends me every day a text message of either a scripture or some type of motivational meme, some type of something inspirational my uncle sends to me every single day. And recently my uncle was sick and he was not, and I missed his messages so much. And you would, just the things you think are just coming and going, and then when they go, you're like, what happened? So my Uncle Nate is a very special guy. Birthday is tomorrow. Big birthday shout out to you. Thank you to Aunt Linda and yourself. All the support and love you guys have always shown, and I'm so, so, so very grateful. Thank you for the support of all of my family members and friends, all of my loved ones, and all of my exchangers here today. If we never met, but you've been here, we are one, okay? We are one today. So I'm super duper 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 grateful for all of you, and just want to send out that thanks. I think that's all for the announcements. Oh, I have one more. So December 16th. Oh, I have two more. Look at that. December 14th, I am going to be, hey, Mr. Carter. December 14th, I'll be performing with the poetry show from Voices to Be Heard. So for those that have supported and given so much love to that, thank you so much. And then also December 16th, hi, who is that say auntie? That's someone I know. Who's Gito Planet? Tell me who you are. It says auntie. I have a crew, a plethora of nieces and nephews. Good morning, and good morning to you all. What a blessing. What was I going to say? December the 16th, my girl, my partner in shine, the bestie, Neono, and I will be in Delaware for another grief circle with working with CRP. So if you are going through things and the seasons are getting, oh, peace. Oh, auntie, like you're not my niece or nephew. Got it. Okay, right. Knocking on 39, auntie. Got it. Peace. What was I gonna say? As we are going through the holiday season, as we are reflecting on family, as we're reflecting on different traumas and issues that we may be dealing with, as we may be looking towards and thinking about family members that may not be here anymore. They may be in the ancestral realm. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and thank you, darling. Thank you all so much. The chat is, you guys are amazing today. But as you may be going through a lot of things, and depression or grief or things are starting to get up on you, inbox me. We will be doing a grief circle in Delaware on the 16th. It is a weekday, so I want to give that disclaimer, but it's free of charge. If you're able to make the trip and you want to come out, me and my partner in shine will definitely be up repping with CRP, getting grief circles going. And I think during the holiday season, it's going to be an especially special circle to do. So always inbox me, Instagram, third.therapist, third_I_therapist, THIRD_EYE_THERAPIST. On on Facebook, I'm Harmony Davis. Same thing on Messenger, HarmoniDavis. If you want more information on those grief circles or anything else that is going on with a Moment of Harmony, please always feel free. If you want your own personal healing session, what have you, okay? Let me know. I'm here and I love you. You know what I'm saying? In case no one has told you that today, I love you. And in case someone has told you that today, good for you already at 10 o'clock getting love. And let me spread you some more. I love you. Rich Risings, Bessie, I was just talking about you. And now here you are. So yes, now that those things are out of the way, let's get into our moment for today, okay? We are working through the 42 laws of Ma'at. We are at law number 26. The number 26 is a special number for me. 2 and 6 is my birthday. And so 2 and 6 is a translate, 26 is a translation date for my brother. It's just a very important number, okay? And so I'm excited. I'm really feeling like this, spirit is going to move today. It's going to move and groove in a very specific way. So I'm excited to work with this law today. Now, week number 26, law number 26 of the 42 laws of Ma'at. I have not cursed God or goddess. I have not cursed God or goddess. That's what we're going to be getting all up into today. And again, super duper excited to get into this, especially when we're getting into times like this where 'tis the season to be joyful, or come together as a community, come together in your spirituality or whatever your religious beliefs are, and definitely coming together to deal with different types of, like I spoke of earlier, pains, traumas, depressions, past history, hurts, those types of things. But just being able to give thanks to the Creator, being able to be faith-centered in all that we are doing. I'm excited for us to get into this law today. Law number 26, I have not cursed God or goddess. I will give the quick disclaimer that I am a great and massive student of history and culture, a super student of humanity and spirituality growth. I'm a healer and an educator by vocation, by mission, by, yes, by assignment, okay? And I'm super duper excited again for us to get into this. Now, in all of the things that I've studied and all of the places that I've gone through and all of the seats that I've held in my journey to where I am today, I know that there are a plethora of ways to think and be and behave, a number of theories and practices and principles to hold close and move out. I do not at all at any point want to infringe upon those for you. I am not here to convert or coerce. I am going to come from what I know and where I am and what I've studied, and therefore where I will be operating out of the Kemetic principles and ancient Kemetic history and culture. However, the center of all of it is us operating in love, light, and liberation together, of us all getting to a better place and coexisting in a better state of mind where every single one of us can be in our highest level of self. That is my goal. That is my mission. That is the point here at Moment of Harmony. And that, again, will be where we move throughout this moment. Okay, so now that all that's been said, let's get into the moment. Okay. I have not cursed God or goddess. Let me get comfortable, because y'all know once I get into my juice, into the juice of it all, I'm all shaking my table. Please forgive me. Okay. I have not cursed God or goddess. The first part of this that I love about this law, that our ancestors put the slash on God or goddess, is the emphasis or the acknowledgement of feminine and masculine energy together as equal, as a whole, within its operating together within their extremes, right? So what I say is that a lot of times when we come to think about cursing God, or we think about cursing whatever the entity is that you subscribe to, whatever you call source, a lot of times it comes from a very patriarchal mindset. It's a very one-minded set. It's very masculine in nature. Nothing is wrong with that. But in my head, things are balanced. Just like none of us could come here without a mother or a father. neither do any of us have rebirth without that masculine energy balance as well. Neither do either any of us have growth and expansion without the balance of the masculine and feminine energy together. And I want that to stay in our mind, because when we think about being better, when we think about raising our vibration, when we think about being higher and how we behave and how we are, I think that we veer away from all of the masculine and feminine right around us in our environment, the people and the energy right here. And what I mean by that also is that just not being so linear, just not being so linear in our idea of what it is that we are honoring, not being so linear in our idea of what it is that we are holding up a candle to or putting on a pedestal within ourselves, not being so linear about what it is that deserves us our salute, our respect, and our best behavior. It is us. And by being able to work for our ancestors to first put in God or goddess or God/goddess, lets us know that we are one and the same. That's what the whole point of what I'm saying is. We are one and the same, male and female, one and the same, operating on one spectrum or one extreme of the spectrum in the same unit of love, of growth, of beingness, of humanity, right? We are all operating in this same species now, different roles, different strengths, different weaknesses, different needs for sure, but not so different that we don't see each other the same, that I don't love, honor, and respect that which is around me just as I do that which is above me and that which has created me, that it is all the same. And what I'm saying also in that is that by putting the emphasis, this is our ancestors, putting the emphasis on God and Goddess instead of just saying, I have not cursed God. By putting an emphasis there on God and Goddess, they help us to keep in mind that when we're talking about creator, we're talking about source, we're talking about creation, we're talking about ageless, sexless, genderless, timeless, and ageless, timeless, genderless, boundless, omnipotent energy. Okay, I'm going to run those back again. Ageless/timeless, genderless, sexless, I guess that's all the same, raceless, boundless, omnipotent energy. And the reason why that becomes so important for us to keep at the forefront of our mind as we navigate through this law is because if we can demarcate spirit, if we can demarcate our righteousness, if we can find something that deserves our whole beingness more than anything else, we will be in a very dangerous realm of cursing that which is of creation, because we have put a certain umbrella around that which is sacred. And we're saying, and in this law where it says God/goddess, it is saying you're so busy wanting to believe that this one aspect deserves your greatest attention or deserves your greatest behavior, and you're missing that in its omnipotence, this divine energy is everywhere all the time and in all things, right? You can't kick the dog and serve God. You can't disrespect your elders and be a servant of creation. You cannot hate man or hate woman, hate and say that you are one with creation. Because again, I have not cursed God/goddess, emphasizing ageless, genderless, raceless, boundless omnipotence. Therefore, in order for me not to be of obstruction to creation, I cannot be of obstruction to anything. That's the whole point, what I'm saying. Therefore, for me not to be of obstruction of creation, I cannot be an obstruction of anything at any point, in any way. Okay, so that's what I want us to keep that as we keep moving forward. Now, we got the whole God Goddess point down. Now let's get into peace, and welcome. Now let's get into the curse part. I have not cursed. Okay, now we did talk about this in one of our previous laws about, cursing, and we talked about the, this double whammy of this word, or this double usage of this word, where we can be talking about profane and profanity, but we also can be talking about condemnation or speaking ill and condemning with your words or your actions or your energy one to things that are not good or well, like a curse, and how they are one and the same, and how they put such an emphasis on our language, on the vibration in our utterance, and what that does spiritually for ourselves and those around us. Why we are told constantly as we are growing to watch your mouth, right? When we were children, watch your mouth, watch your tone, watch what you say. These things matter, these things carry weight, these things carry energy. And as now that we are growing into our highest level selves, they also carry luggage, baggage, and trauma. They carry pain. So as we are continuing to grow, we know that watching our mouth, watching our words, watching what we say, being vigilant, standing guard, shout out to the doc, over what is coming out, standing guard over what is coming out, is greatly dictating and reinforcing what is coming in. Okay? So, when we talk about the word curse and say, I have not cursed God, we can say absolutely. I know that many people talk about blaspheme and blasphemous behavior. So absolutely, we're not using profanity. F whatever source you talk to or believe in, or GD and all of these things. I believe those things are a part of it too. But I want to go even further and deeper into it. And I want to go into cursing. This is a paraphrasing of the Webster Dictionary of cursing, which is like invoking a power to conflict harm or disaster onto someone or something. So invoking a power within yourself to inflict harm or disaster onto someone or something, a curse. And in this law is saying, I have not cursed God. And like many of our laws, most of us upstanding folk, most of us are not behaving, we don't see ourselves as barbaric or savages, and we feel like we were raised right. Okay, most of us feel like I know better than to be out in these streets cursing the creator, right? I want to talk to you today. Okay, I want to talk to you today. So I want us to really hone into where we're gonna go this in this moment and within this hour, because I want to talk to those of us who think that, oh, we just giving praise. All we do is give praise. We're thoughtful, we're kind, we're considerate. We are definitely not out here cursing the creator. Who is doing that? Where do they do that at? Okay, most of us are thinking that I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? Okay, we don't think that we're in the number. And as we are growing and being our better selves and elevating ourselves into our spiritual beingness, I want us to be very particular about our growth and our development, very open-eyed, not at all arrogant, and not at all missing the opportunities to grow. Humanity in many ways is beautiful and divine, but there are many parts to our humanity that has a great deal of fragilities to it, because we are supposed to be growing, because we are supposed to be learning, because, like, shout out to KC, we are in soul conditioning here in the physical realm. Mistakes will be made and growth is always necessary. Shout out to PLM. Improvement is always possible. Those are my UIP days. It's time for us to always be able to grow into our better and greater selves. And no better time than the present. So let's go ahead, look into it, and get into it, okay? So we talked about, we highlighted God and Goddess and the omnipotence of it all, so that we are not isolating God to a church pew. We're not isolating the creator or creation to a stationary building. We're not saying that you don't find God in these places. What I'm also saying is that you find God everywhere. So wanting us not to isolate us being our better selves, us watching what we say, only in relegation to these specific things we believe are, hey, look at, hi, mother, it's my mother. Not giving only what we believe are these places and these energies that deserve our greatest and better spaces. Got it? Got it. Okay. So I have not God and Goddess, omnipotence, all Do not demarcate what you're supposed to be doing great. Do not demarcate your great, okay? God and goddess, and then curse. The invoking, not only are we talking about profane, vulgarity, these things we know better, okay? We should be doing that in the first place. But also just not invoking your power, not misusing or manipulating your power to inflict harm or disaster onto someone or something. That's the curse. So it's saying I'm not using the power that is invested in me, bestowed upon me, created within me and creation. I'm not using that power to inflict harm or disaster on God. And when we talk about God, we're talking about creation. We're talking about love. That's why I wanted us early to establish that God and Goddess, that omnipotence, so that we do not think that if we are good in a specific setting, if we are loving and sacrificing in a specific setting, if we are humane and kind in a specific setting, then it is pleasing to God. But if we are kind in all settings, if we are good in all settings, if we are loving in all settings, that is what is pleasing to creation. Okay? I have not cursed creation. Everything is created. Everything is thought, spirit, concept, right? Everything is creation. Okay? Thought, spirit, concept, and actuality. Everything is creation. I have not cursed creation. Okay? Let's get into it. Got it. Now, just want to make sure we have those outlines as we journey together, because a lot of the times we're saying a lot of things to one another. We're communicating on the same page, but we have different definitions and we think that we're on a separate page. Often we are not on separate pages. Many times we're on the same page, we're speaking a different language, okay? So I want us all to be drawn into where we are going as I am using these concepts so that we all know where we're operating. When I say God and Goddess, we're talking about creation. And when I talk about curse, we're talking about invoking the power of conflict, invoking the power of chaos that you do possess because you are a being of Maya and balance. Okay? All right. Now, for those of us think that we were raised right, we don't be out in these streets cursing creation. We are definitely not going to be out here talking down on God, and we for sure not going to be acting, what do we call it, anti-spiritual. Okay, we know we're out here doing our best and being our best. I know it. But I want to talk about 3 ways that you can be a curse to creation, that you can curse creation. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh, come on and jump back in. B, you making a lot of noise. I need you to pick all of that up and put it up. And I'm live, so you really can't be doing all of that, baby. If I'm gonna let you stay in here, go ahead.
Stop.
My countdown. Why is it not jumping me back? Okay, oh, it's still live. You guys can hear me. Okay, great. I'm glad somebody said something. Okay, so what happened is the screen, I don't know why, I'm still frozen, and it normally doesn't take that long. But what happened is a phone call came in, and normally when that happens, it takes about a second to blink me out and blink me back in, and then it'll be all, that's so crazy. Okay, it takes about a second to blink me back in and blink me back out, but it's not doing that at all right now. So I'm just gonna keep talking because you guys didn't tune in to look at me anyway. You came here for your moment. So let me just try to, hopefully it'll snap in at any moment since everyone can still hear me. Hopefully it will just click back in at any moment. That is so crazy. I should have been clicked in. I'm scared to log off and log back on, actually. but we'll see what happens. Okay. All right, so I'll keep going. The three things that I would like to say when it comes to us being when it comes to us having uh what is it, feeling like we're not cursing and we don't curse life, or we're not good cursing of creation. These are the three things I would like to focus on at this point, right? I'm going to focus on us having being of destructive or evil or low vibrational in nature. This is one way of cursing, and that you can be a curse to creation. Being selfish, being in a time of great self-centeredness and self-satisfaction, and really losing your way in that way, is one other way of, one other way of being a curse to creation. And then thirdly, I'm going to go into just living and loving life. Those of us out there that are in and out of being appreciative life, being holistically present in life, being mindful in life. These are other ways that, if you're not those ways, can be a curse to creation. I'm going to try one more thing, because it normally does not ever take this long to log on and off. This is crazy. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to just I guess I should do a start over, because I normally would have jumped back in by now, and I know you guys still can't see, even though you can hear. I'm so lost at what to do. Hold on. I'm so sorry. It doesn't allow any type of restart. It's not going to let me do anything. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to start all over. We'll keep this one going. For those that tune in at some point to this one, there will just be a part two. This will be a short one, 30 minutes, and then there'll be another 30-minute one.